Yeah, I have a question. Like last time during satsang, you told us it's better to be vegan, but why is that?
No, not better to be vegan, better to be actually vegetarian.
But do you think like certain foods have like a higher vibration or something like that?
Yeah, it's a very difficult question, actually. All the yogis and all the like spiritual people, like real people, they like masters, they would suggest that you eat vegetarian food because it is a higher frequency. The prana, the energy that you get from the vegetarian food, is just more direct. It's just more available. What happens when we eat meat? We eat dead cells. Okay, and there is also prana in meat, but the animals that, for example, they eat the grass and then the prana goes into their body. So when we eat the meat, we get the prana second hand. When we eat the vegetables, the rays of the sun, they transport prana inside the vegetables, and we get the prana first hand. Okay, and then there are also side effects of eating meat. It takes much longer to leave your system, like 2 to 3 days. And during this time, it starts to rot in your body. So it's very possible that after eating like a lot of after a lot of years of eating meat, you might develop some diseases. And now, even in science, like most of scientists that are engaged with nutrition, they have found out, yes, meat is definitely cancerogenic, and so on. So there is a compromise, after realization, it does not matter anymore what you eat, what you not eat. But these yogis and so on, they still decide to keep vegetarian because it's also a matter of not harming anybody. The principle of Ahimsa in yoga is very, very big. This is the principle of nonviolence. They don't want to be violent to anybody or to anything. And killing is, of course, a part of it, to not kill. So all this together, the morals and the effects on the body, they do play a role. So another way to explain it is that the human body is not made for eating meat because our digestive tract is very long. It goes like tick, 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 tick for many meters, your intestine, and then the colon. When you watch the meat-eating animals like big cats and so on, and dogs, they have much shorter way to get rid of the meat, and it doesn't take so long inside. It's much more straight, the whole thing. Then they have different teeth. They have long teeth, like to be able to bite into the meat and to tear it off from the body. We don't have that. They don't have molars. So our teeth and our mouth and our digestive system is made to grind like the food. So that means it's plant food. Like when you look in the mouth of a sheep or a goat or a cow, they have the same structure and they have longer digestive tracts and so on. So the nature actually tells us. It is true that we can eat meat, but is it really good for us? That's the question. And so for the yogis to get into the higher stages, you definitely cannot eat meat. After that, you're free to do whatever you want. Well, it doesn't matter. But it is a good tool to keep the body energized and fresh, and also the mind. The mind, when you eat meat, it also has an effect of the mind. It makes it sluggish and toxic. So this is the whole picture I can give you now, more or less, why it is not good. I know, for example, of some Buddhist lamas or rinpoches, even like reborn holy men. They get reborn into the lineage again, and then they continue. In some places there in Tibet, there is no chance for vegetables. Like, they do have to eat meat to survive. So from time to time, an animal gets killed and they have to consume it because there's not so much vegetation there. But when they have the choice, they choose the vegetarian food. Yeah. So you don't have to do it forcefully, okay, to quit meat if you feel like eating it. But you can start like to reduce it, and definitely first of all get rid of all the red meat and pig. Okay. So try to eat like chicken and turkey if you like that. And then in time, reduce it even more and just eat once a week your chicken, for example, on a Sunday or so. Yeah. And you can keep it that way forever. But also, if you feel that you don't need the chicken anymore, then you will just let go even of the chicken. So yeah, that's how you can do it. It's actually a very natural process. The more you advance in your understanding, the more by itself, without any like pressure or anything, you will let go of it slowly, slowly. You will not like it even more when you eat it. For me now, if I try, it smells bad. I don't want to eat it anymore. It's very strange to describe. Yeah, it just smells to me like death. What it actually is. But we are conditioned to the taste and so on. And there's a lot of like spices and so on the meat to make it more palatable. And yeah, but actually, the clean raw meat that and actually, to me right now, it tastes like a little bit like death. And also another thing that you should know, that like the meat, when it is cut when the animal is slaughtered, first the meat, it has to riping process of the meat. So it first has to ripe when you slaughter the cow, and then after a few days or so, then you can consume it. But from this point on, already the degeneration has already started, and it's not good for us. Okay, so this was the meat question.